we're here with the captain of the A team, Abz, and representative from Team O, Nod. And we're going to get their view on the upcoming World Cup final of football shenanigans. First to Abz. What do you think about this World Cup final?
Well, it's going to be one hell of a game. We've been, training very hard. We've got our best players coming back, and we're going to give Team O one game they'll never forget.
Nice answer. So, Nod, what do you think about the response that Abz has given?
Well, I think it's a basic lie. If based on his previous performance of his team, I don't think his team's going to get anywhere.
We did not have our full team. Now we have the full team. We have Buster K back. After 10 years, we're coming back.
You have one person back in your team. The rest are the same team.
We got a question for one of our viewers for Abz. Abz, what do you have to say in response to the fact that you guys have never beaten Team O? What makes you think that this is going to be the time that you actually beat them?
This time we have a different team. What makes me think we're going to beat Team O?
Team O, for the guys who don't know, were the winners of the first ever Football Shenanigans League. How did you feel about that, Nod, when you guys won the league?
I was thrilled.
Did you wet yourself?
Yes, I did. I was not thrilled. I wet myself.
You heard it here first. Football Shenanigans, Nod wet himself. I take it in the first league, it was actually they beat you twice in that league. I mean, they played you in the final of that league and they beat you then. And they played you in the final of the World Cup. I've spoken to a few members of Team O and they're pretty much saying that they're going to win this game. There's nothing else to it. I mean, what do you have to say to your team members to inspire some confidence that you're actually going to do this?
Firstly, let's clear something. When you won both games, in either of the games, my full team wasn't there. For the first game, I had a youngster playing, and through him, you scored as many goals as you possibly could. And I had some other random players from nowhere. And then on the final match, two of my players got a broken leg. So I had some other random players again. So you've never really played my team. And I think Sunday will be the day where you play my full team. And if you can beat my team on Sunday, then I will kneel down and say you are better than us. Until then, my confidence and my team's confidence is up there.
That's quite a thing to say. That I mean, if you lose, you're going to do that kind of action. Because what happens if you lose? Then I mean, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? Then how will you then lift your team up if you were to lose?
If we were to lose, I guess we'd have to think about our players.
Sacking the coach, second manager.
I think the managing is not the fault. Because if it's the players, we need the right players.
Wait, who's the player and the manager? You. It's your fault. It is your fault.
In football shenanigans, you cannot be a captain and a coach without playing the game. This is not like any other football. The coach is the player as well.
Yeah, coach needs to be respect.
A question for Nod. I mean, you guys have got a stronger team than what you had in the league, and I mean, you guys are on a win streak. You guys, with your new team, have not lost a single game yet, and the games that you guys have won have been quite, emphatic in victory. So, I mean, how is the mood around your players in your camp in Team O?
Well, what I've seen is everyone thinks they're going to win pretty easily. It's just how we want to win. Basically, that's all it is.
What do you know? You're a defender. You're not even the captain.
I was on your team for one game. I know everything how you play now. All your
you were on my team. I wonder why we lost.
You did better than when I was on your team than you did ever before. Don't forget that.
That's because we didn't have stats.
I scored with your team.
So who do you think, Abz, are the players to look out for in this final? From both teams, not only your team.
For my team, certainly, I think you have a worry with Buster K up there.
Tell us a bit more about Buster K.
Buster K is fast.
Any relation to Buster Rhymes?
No, because he likes to, rap at the back of the field. He doesn't rap in front of the TV.
So apart from Buster K, I mean, on the other team.
On the other.
Let's just go through your team. Give us a rundown through your team. I mean, your players, their strengths, and what ways do you think that they're actually going to pull this off? But look, I mean, let's admit it's going to be a big upset if you guys win. All the odds are in favour of Team O. It's not to take anything away from you, like you said, you've got a new team, stronger team. But based on past results, all the odds will be with Team O. So based on that alone, it would be an upset, even though even you guys going with confidence. So tell us a bit about your team and what makes you think you're going to pull this off.
You know, we've had more games, so therefore we had more practice. We've had, you know, we're fitter. We've got players with more, you know, with better stamina, and also we as we said, we now have a key. We got a key player. You know, we were missing striker. We were missing a good striker for our team, and now that, you know, we fulfilled that gap, we should be able to finish, you know, all the goals that we used to waste back in the days. And on the Team O side, I guess we just have to make sure our defense is as solid as possible. You know, we would rather be defending than be trying to catch up. You know, trying to catch up throughout after 5 minutes or throughout the game. So my tactic will be to have a solid defense, knowing that every time we do get the ball, we can now finish without much worry.
Okay, and Nod, tell me a bit about Team O. What makes you think that your players are going to be able to pull this off? And obviously, tell me a bit about the players on your team.
Well, the first thing, we'll obviously got to start with the goalkeeper. As always, I reckon we already got Abz beat there with the goalkeeper because they got useless goalkeepers.
Just to clarify, Zoid is probably the best goalkeeper for Shenanigans at the moment. I think Abz will agree with that.
And then, as me, as a solid defender, I don't go up, so I'm always at the back. Then we got the...
Wait, when you say at the back, do you mean the back of the field?
Yeah, with Paul, with Buster Rhymes or his name. Yeah, I'm always at the back.
So, Nod, you wet yourself. And you're at the back of the field.
Listen, you guys
continue, please.
The team always needs me. But then we got Zed and Ivy. If they're not busy like being greedy and shooting, they're good playmakers. Then we got Oz, previously known as Team O. That he's got a good left foot, but he can be off target. But recently he's been on target most of the time. But as was saying, the team got a new team, but they're still unknown because whatever his name is, Buster Rhymes, whatever again. Buster K, yeah, we don't know how long he's been. Well, when his last time he played, so we don't know how good he is or how long he'll be in for. And as for fitness, again, don't know how fit he will be running back and forth. And
Okay, no, let me...
Hold on, let me just ask you one question. I mean, tell me a bit more about Oz. I mean, he's your team captain.
He's useless most of the time.
I mean, he was the players with the most goals in the league. He scored like 70% of your goals in the first season, which basically won you the league. And he was basically on fire for the whole of the first season. I mean, what do you have to say about him? I mean, unfortunately, he couldn't be here. I mean, but...
See, all I'm going to say is just defend his left foot. His left foot. That's all I'm going to say.
No, what do you have to say about this news that just got coming just now? 1 second. What do you have to say about the news that you've been dropped?
I'll say that you...
Anyways, what were you saying?
About Buster K.
Just quickly, we got about 1 minute left. Just wrap it up, 30 seconds. About what you think the prediction of the game is going to be. Prediction of the game, come on. How do you think the game's going to go?
I think we'll have a very, very tight game. I think, you know, we're going to give you a game you don't expect. You don't expect, I mean, the Team O. That's what you do expect. So, in reality, what you don't expect is winning.
And what do you think, Nod, about the game? What's your predictions? And you know, how do you think the game's going to go?
I think we're going to win, but it's like, I'm hoping they give us a good game. It'll be a close game, so there's a lot riding on it, but at the end of the day, most of our teams do think we're going to win pretty easily, and like I said before, it depends how we win.
And just lastly, who do you think is going to win the World Cup? The Football Shenanigans World Cup?
Well, obviously, if I didn't think I was going to win, I wouldn't be here. So I do think that my team will win.
And Nod, who do you think is going to win?
That's obviously the thing with him.
Or you think he's going to win?
No, I'm going to go back our team, obviously. Team O, I reckon we're going to win pretty easily.
And that's about all the time we have. Thank you guys for both coming here.
Thank you.
and
Keep
wish you
up
the best and hopefully injury-free on Sunday. And we'll be back after Sunday to give you the post-match interviews and the feedback from the players after what should be the greatest game ever. Thank you guys.